Hello dear students, welcome to this class of MA Final American Literature, that is paper 5B. And dear students, in this another video we'll discuss some of the important themes of Death of a Salesman by Arthur Miller. And in this video we'll try to comprehend the tragic elements and some of the ironic devices that have been implemented, that have been effectively we can say implemented by Miller in this play Death of a Salesman. So let us first try to discuss some of the important themes uh, which are there in this play Death of a Salesman. The first important theme is the American dream, that we also discussed in the last video, in the earlier video. The American dream, as you all know, is presented in this play, and the hero, Willie, he wholeheartedly believed in this American dream, and he believed that a well liked and personally attractive man in business will ultimately acquire the material comforts offered by modern American life. So, the materialism, the American dream in which Willie believed is materialism, is materialistic. How a well liked and personally attractive fellow can achieve all these material comforts in the modern American society, modern American life. Uh, Another important uh, quality of Willie was the superficial quality of attractiveness, and how it adds into understanding of the American dream that identifies hard work without complaint as the key to success. So, the key to success is, of course, hard work. But here, the American dream is identified with that without hard work, without any complaint, you can achieve success. No, this is not right. You can achieve success only by hard work and not by good looks and attractive personality. Uh, Willie's thought that he is a very likable person is superficial. It was not true. He was living in his own dreams, and his habit of disliking, his childlike habit, childishly how he dislikes Bernard because he considered him a nerd. This is not uh, a responsible thought. This is not a responsible, you can say, action. So, the American dream leads to the uh, psychological decline of Willie when he is unable to accept uh, the difference between the dream and his own life. So, we can say that this American dream, the fulfillment of the American dream, in which Willie believed wholeheartedly, we can say that a well liked and a personally attractive man can achieve success in business, is can achieve materialistic comforts in the modern American life, proves to be wrong. Another important theme that we have is the abandonment to the next Willie's life, we can say it it takes a route from one abandonment to the next, and that is why each time he is left in great despair. We know that Willie's father leaves him, and Ben, when Willie is very young, neither a tangible money nor intangible history. So, without any legacy, he leaves, and he eventually departs for Alaska, leaving Willie to lose himself in a warped vision of the American dream. So we can say that uh, there is a lot of abandonment in Willie's life, and he develops a sorry, he develops a fear of this abandonment, and that is why he wants his family to conform to the American dream, and his efforts, the efforts which he puts in to raise his sons, reflects his inability to understand the reality, and that is how his sons, they also leave him with the hope. uh, Willie, uh, Willie's ambitions, we can say, and his ambitions for adultery, Biff's ongoing inability to succeed in business, and his estrangement from Willie, these are all presented by Arthur Miller, and this is how one by one they abandon him. So finally, we can say that this abandonment in the life of uh, Willie is very dominant. In Death of a Salesman, we can say, through some uh, tragic irony, Miller has presented. Uh, for instance, we can say that when Willie he tells Linda that he is, I quote, very well liked in Hartford, and in another instance, and rather we can say that immediately he adds up, I quote from the play, you know, the trouble is, Linda, people don't seem to take me, unquote. So this is how volatile Willie is. At one moment he is uh, uh, saying something, and at the next instance he differs from it, contradicts it. Again he says that Chevrolet is the greatest car ever built, and then immediately goes on to say, I quote, that goddamn Chevrolet, they ought to prohibit the manufacture of that car. So again he retracts from his previous statement. So this is how Miller he presents the condition of Willie, how volatile he is. And in another instance, which contributes to the fullness of Willie's character, is exaggerated speech. His exaggerated speech, which the audience, of course, recognize, but he himself doesn't recognize it. He doesn't realize it, that he is too far-fetched to come true. Every member of the Lohmann family, dear students, every member of the Lohmann family makes such speeches because they have learned it from their father. But the most and the finest are those by Willie. He makes such speeches. For instance, I quote, you and Hap And I will show you all the towns. America is full of beautiful towns and fine, upstanding people, and they know me, boys. They know me up and down New England. New England, you dear students, you know the name is given to the eastern states of USA. New England, the finest people. And when I bring you fellas up, there will be open sesame for all of us. Cause one thing, boys, I have friends. I can park my car in any street of New England and the cops protect it like their own. Unquote. So this is how verbose is Willie. And his speeches, all these speeches, they ultimately leads to the betrayal, which is there in the uh, which we can say is also one of the themes, betrayal. The betrayal of Linda's love, whereas Willie feels that Biff has betrayed him, and Biff feels that Willie has a phony little fake, has betrayed him. So this is how the ego strike. And the play, dear students, is notable for another important thing is the realistic confinements of time and space and psychology. Miller, he presents us the theme and technique, and the play it accomplishes what Miller exactly wanted. It is not only confined to the play is not only confined to the interior of a man's mind, but also with his external world. And this we come to know through Willie's speeches and how he is exposed and how his verbosity is exposed. So we can say that the important themes of this play are the American dream of materialism, abandonment, betrayal. Dear students, I hope you have understood what the important themes of this drama are. We'll discuss some of the important symbols that have been used by Miller in this play. Thank you very much.